Okay, so I'm just gonna. This one's just something. This one's a short video, but like I want to say something. I'm gonna read off the image, right? Got told yesterday we're going to Poland in July, of from July 6th to July 14th. Thought it was a joke. Turns out it's real. I have been shaking a lot and crying. I had two panic attacks, thinking about all the bad things that could happen. I always wanted to go back to the country I was born in, but not in July. July is my special month. Parentheses B Day and art fight. Like, I guess her birthday and art fight take place that month. Please tell me some things about Poland that I might not know. Help me calm down about this sudden trip, please. And then you have someone on Twitter who screenshotted it and said, "So obsessed with this TikTok I just saw." And then you have someone who ratioed. Well, the original tweet's been deleted, but I was able to save it, so I can't just like show you all the metrics. I can't go through all the quote tweets or anything. But I think you guys are too comfortable with bullying autistic children. Said by someone who wound up ratioing, right? It's I just want to say, like, no disrespect to the girl in the blue hair, uh, because different strokes for different folks. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just get born with shitty, stupid fucking parents who don't teach you how to not be a baby about stuff, right? But like, and I want to say this too. I am on the spectrum. I feel like such a fucking asshole saying that at this point. But I am on the spectrum, and I hate stupid fucking changes to my routine as much as anyone else, right? Like, in short story, one time or this year, like I just got told like on Friday that we're gonna be starting Saturday. We're gonna be spending the next 4 days of my extended, holiday weekend at some family's house for some Christian shit they gotta do, right? Even though I'm not a Christian, because my mom wants to take me there for some reason. And we have to go a day early because we have to carpool with a family member and they don't want to do anything on Sabbath, right? So we gotta just go on Friday, right? That shit was sprung out on me, and I fucking hated it throughout the entire weekend. That was miserable. I still have an axe to grind. So I understand, but like this person, again, no disrespect. This person here was told like weeks in advance. What day is it? It's the 18th. Like they got told weeks in advance that this was something that's gonna happen, right? Like 3 weeks ahead of time. That I guess they're going back to visit family or whatever they're doing. I don't know. Going to the country of origin, and they're like having panic attacks and shaking and crying. When they were told weeks in advance that they're going to go, back to country of origin for 8 days. I don't know. It's kind of like, again, you get stuck with bad parents who don't teach you anything, and it's just kind of the situation you're in. So you're a baby about stuff. I get it. But that's not really the point. You got the person who screenshotted it, and I have something to say to this person, but so obsessed with this TikTok I just saw. And then you got like a bunch of people that I saw in like the quote tweets ratioing them, saying that they're just bullying autistic children, autistic children, autistic children, autistic children. And that's the focal point of this fucking video. When did we accept that being autistic makes you fucking capable of anything? That's honestly more ableist than anything I've seen in a minute. The implication that autistic people just can't handle anything ever. This isn't just a symptom of autism. It's just a symptom of having shitty parents that, again, don't teach you how to handle shit. Because at what point are you taught to just like take it on the fucking chin sometimes and just accept that this is happening? Especially when you're told 3 weeks in advance, right? Like, again, I understand intimately that change in routine that someone else decides for you. That shit is fucking annoying. It's disruptive. It's just bad, right? But first of all, this person who screenshotted it, I don't like the idea that they wanted attention, so they're just gonna like try to get everyone to make fun of this girl, even if this girl is really make funnable. But again, the fact that she is this way isn't entirely her fault. It's really mostly her parents at this point. But you get what I'm saying, right? But at the end of the day, though, this person didn't even like insult the girl. And then you got them getting ratioed by everyone, saying, "Oh, you suck. You guys." And I'm going to read off another quote tweet that I can see. You guys fucking suck. That this person's autistic. If you know anything about autism, you know that sudden changes like that are very hard to process. Have some respect for autistic people, please. And this is from someone I follow. This is a mutual. That's unfortunate. like, I'm gonna repeat the question. Since when does being autistic make you fucking incapable of handling anything ever? You know, this girl here was told weeks in advance about this trip, and it's 8 days, right, from the 16th to the 14th, right, and it, like, I don't know, like, I get, again, I hate changes in routine. This 8 days of something like this would bug me, especially when it sprung out, but this wasn't sprung out. But are like people just act. What do you mean hard to process? Very hard to process. You were told weeks in it. This person was told weeks in advance. What do you mean hard to process? You know, like you can't you can't fathom it because you're autistic. I hate this shit. Being autistic and being retarded are two separate things. People, being autistic used to just mean that you were just like, you know, bad at interpreting, you know, social situations or generally illogical situations, if that makes sense, right? Like, you were bad at like interpreting things that really truly don't make sense at their core, like social rules, right? Social cues. It used to mean that, I don't know, you're maybe you have a really deep interest in one thing, like your brain would like has a really deep itch that something can scratch, and you just become obsessed with that thing. You know, hyperfixations, as they're called. Now all being autistic means you're just fucking like worthless, right? It just means that you're worthless and that you can't do anything, and I don't understand that. You know, I don't respect it. And from the looks of it, this person got into an argument with someone. I'm going to read it off because I think this is a good focal point too. But the way it's framed makes it seem like she's just very afraid of Poland as a country. That's no excuse to bully her on Twitter, though? Question mark, question mark, question mark? They're not bullying her, though. They just said that they're obsessed with the TikTok they saw. They didn't insult her. They just pointed it out. I wasn't saying it was, but you can't write off... Jesus, they're getting bullied. This person... This is my next point. But you can't write off something seeming xenophobia or some other kind of irrational fear. It's just autism. That's your choice. That's your choice, and the irrational ableism is right there. She does not choose how she feels about a sudden plan change. I'm autistic myself, and I can fully relate to the experience. That was not xenophobia, dude. ... Yeah, well, I wasn't talking about the plan change. I was talking about how she feels about Poland. She didn't say shit about how she feels about Poland, though. ... She did, though. Like, she did say that a lot of bad things can happen there, or something like that. You know, I guess that's not inherently about Poland. She could be talking about the plane flight to Poland, I guess. But, like, the implication's there, right? But you see how this person's so quick to, like, morally, like, vanquish this fucking person? Has morally high-road them down and all this stuff? I don't respect it. But... And then you got someone with, well, another reply saying she wasn't scared because she was going to Poland, but because the trip itself was unexpected. I mean, not really. Again, 3 weeks in advance. Like it's not like it was a day of telling her that her entire weekend was going to be blown out because of someone else's stupid fucking choices. Nothing like that. But this is what I'm getting at. Let me see if I can find any more, because the original tweet's been deleted. It's only like visible through quote tweets, but when you click on it, it just gets deleted, right? And I need to cover this before it gets updated. Let me see. No, I can't find anything else. That's too bad. It would have been... No. Okay. Y'all need to stop posting autistic people's vent on Twitter. You're literally doing the same shit that bullies used to do when they filmed neuroatypical children. Just say... No, never mind. Neuroatypical children to post quirky behaviors on Snapchat. Like... I don't know. You know, they kind of have a point, because I always think it's loser behavior to just, like, take something and... Like, oh, well, everyone see this? Everyone see this? They draw attention to it. I would say that usually, but, like, this person literally posted it themselves, if that makes any sense. You know? Let me take back some of what I said earlier about the original poster, who said they were obsessed with it. This person, like, posted this themselves, because I remember I used to get recorded in school for, like... Funnily enough, by the type of people who LARP as autistic people, the people who make it being gay and autistic their whole personality when they aren't gay or autistic, you know? But I used to get recorded by those people, for it just being not normal in like class and stuff, and they post it and they got a couple likes off of me. That's different because I was minding my own business. This girl posted it herself, right? It's like, how dare you draw attention to it? Then what is she doing? So I take back some of what I said, what I was saying earlier, because it's like you just like this person's putting it out there themselves, and this person, Connor here. I'm just gonna start calling him Connor. They didn't bully her at all. They just said that they're obsessed with it. That they're obsessed with the TikTok. Like, I don't get why people are acting like he tore her apart. He just posted it, and that's something else I oftentimes see, where if it's like, okay, like people do this thing where it's like, oh, you're not allowed to think about this. You're not allowed to say anything about this because they don't want to accept that whatever this is kind of stupid. I don't understand. I remember it happened to me in my gender video. If you want to go back and watch that, where it's like someone was being really stupid with all their neo pronouns and they were contradicting each other and all that sort of stuff. And people were getting all bent out of shape at me in the comments, like, I don't get why you need to talk about it. Why are you talking about it, bro? Like, first of all, we can like discuss whatever we want. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want, unless it's, like against the person's wishes. But it's usually shit these people choose to put out on the internet themselves. But I hate this mentality. It's like, if it doesn't make sense, if it's stupid, instead of calling it for being stupid or possibly doing anything to improve the situation at all, you just go, oh, why are you talking about it, bro? That's offensive. Why are you even bringing it to anybody's attention? Like, I don't understand. Like, people aren't like people start policing what other people are allowed to like think and act on. Because again, this person wasn't even like tearing them a new asshole or anything. They were just pointing out, like, they literally just drew attention to the TikTok as a whole. You got people getting upset at them and stuff. Like, can't seem to find any more quote tweets or anything, but it just bugs me. Like, everything about it bugs me, because how's this person going to receive help? What kind of adults are we going to have in like 10 years, man? Like, oh, I'm sorry, I just saw something. Yeah, what kind of adults are we going to have in 10 years? Because this person's never going to learn to not be this way. They're never going to learn to just handle shit. They're always going to be a crying little baby who needs to break down and demand comfort from people on the internet. And then it's like, it's like these people know that that's stupid and pathetic and whatnot. So instead of just like either not encouraging it or just moving on, like they want everyone else to do, they go, "Oh, why are you talking about it? Why are you talking about it?" Like, it's stupid. That's really fucking stupid. But anyways, that's really all I have to say.